Guys, I can't tell you how much I love this film.
Good.
You can have
Yeah, come on.
I desperately need Bella in my life.
I feel you. I get it. That's how I felt. That's why I couldn't give up the second that he mentioned Bella to me.
She's the best.
She's amazing.
But you have some iconic lines in this. Did you have a particular favourite, and what was your reaction when you read the script?
I knew about it for a few years before I got to read a draft. Yorgos and I had been talking about it for a few years, and he wanted to make sure that a draft came through that made the most sense. So I was already building much anticipation, but I just loved it. I loved Tony's writing, and I was just crazy about it across the board.
My favourite line was, "How marvellous, strange feathered lady." You almost made me choke laughing in this, by the way. Was there one that stuck out to you, though?
I always say it's a bad day for Bella Baxter, but that's just like an easy one to say. But no, I mean, everything Bella says, I loved the way she said it, and, I'm a changeable feast, all kinds of things that she comes up with.
Oh.
We've got to talk about that dance sequence between you and Mark.
Yeah.
So someone has put Green Light by Beyonce over it.
I saw it. Green Light by Lorde.
Okay, well, this is Green Light by Beyonce over it, which I actually think goes better.
Oh, wow.
So let me show you.
Oh. Man.
The leg kicks.
I did not see that version. That's amazing.
I think it's perfect.
It is perfect.
Crazy.
It fits perfectly.
So I was wondering, what song makes you guys want to dance like that?
Dance Yourself Clean by the LCD.
Namorar, the Brazilian song.
Oh, that's
By
a
the
good
Tribalistas.
one. Yeah.
It's an old song, but I like it.
That'll get you shaking your booty. Ooh.
Oh, so many. I mean, it would take way too long to list them all. Way too many.
It's an iconic dance sequence. I loved it. I was here
I'm
for
so
it.
glad. I'm so glad.
But you guys are just the dream duo. What are your favourite movies of each other's?
Oh, man. Live and Die in L.A. was the first one I saw. And I was just like,
I don't know.
Guys, who is that? The most
I'm trying to
amazing
think.
actor.
I like Foxcatcher. I like, what's the one in New York, Upper West Side, the one that took forever to get done?
Margaret?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Really?
Yeah, I like you in
I
that.
love that. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
I was Lust for Life, too. Oh, and I
Lust
just saw,
for Life.
Yeah, at Eternity's Gates.
Lust for Life's the other guy.
But yeah, it's the
I
same
saw
character. But no, you're Hunter S. Thompson.
You saw that?
Yes,
cool,
that's
cool.
incredible.
Gonzo Girl.
Gonzo Girl, the
That's
one he
not
just
out.
did.
That's not out.
It's so good.
These are top choices. Willem, I was laughing so much because you properly did Mark dirty on the set of this with Oscar Isaac.
Yeah, yes.
It was one of many dirty doings.
No, we got sick of him performing his insecurity, and I thought this has got to stop. And he said, "What's Oscar Isaac doing in the studio? What's he doing here?" And I could tell he was implying that he was going to be replaced. So,
Should I be packing my bags? What's going on?
Evil.
And then he brought him.
I
in.
invited him over. Yeah,
And he came up to me and he's like, "Hey, man, good job, but it's time to go." And then I was like, "No!"
I'm a little prank prone. I'm
You're
sorry.
a little prankster.
Bella's face when she first steps outside and hears music gave me goosebumps. Do you remember the moment that acting first made you feel a similar way?
I think right away I got put into my first grade play. I was the only first grader and the rest were fifth graders. And the moment I kind of got into rehearsal of this school play, I was like, what is this all about? I absolutely loved it. I don't know, it was kind of an instantaneous love for me as a kid. So, right away.
Well, you're very good at it.
Well, thank you.
6 years old, walking down the center of this little auditorium. I was playing
Romeo?
Who's the guy to Scheherazade? He's like a sultan. I was playing the sultan, and just that was the first time I was really performing.
And that's when you knew.
Or yeah. But I never saw it as a profession. I just knew it turned me on doing things in front of people.
It was my senior year of high school, and
Late bloomer.
yeah, and they'll like this, and I joined the drama department because I was slyly interested in it, although I told everyone I was just trying to get an easy A. But one of the guys broke his arm, and my teacher said, listen, we need someone to replace him in the play. Would you do it? And I was like, okay. And I learned the lines really quick. I did the first scene. I heard laughter, and I was like, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. And I went to the teacher and I said, Mrs. Curtis, do you think it's too late for me to become an actor? And I was like, because I thought it was like ballet or piano. You had to start like at 4 years old. And she's like, no, Mark, I don't think it's too late, darling. And that was it.
What was the play?
It was called Runaways, and it was about these kids who were runaways. And I played a detective who was,
Perfect.
and I played 100 detectives since then.
Well, I'm glad that the person broke their arm.
Me too. Scott Foreman, I'll never forget him.
What's he doing now?
Watching this. Watching Poor Things.
This.
The guys were right in there. You're both such a joy. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hits Radio.